At our age, so many conversations feel safe. We talk about food. We talk about exercise. We talk about sleep and aches and pains. Those are the topics everybody accepts as normal. But there's one conversation that almost never happens out loud: intimacy. Especially oral intimacy. Have you ever noticed how even grown adults in their 60s, 70s, or 80s lower their voices, change the subject, or laugh it off the moment intimacy comes up? As if the topic somehow doesn't belong to us anymore. But here's the truth: it does belong to us. It belongs to you, to me, to every single person who still craves closeness, touch, and connection no matter the number of candles on the birthday cake. And yet, most people never talk about it. They avoid it. Even with their own partners. And that silence, that gap, can create a quiet kind of loneliness that hurts far more than people realize. For seniors, this isn't just about pleasure. It's about health. It's about dignity. It's about keeping bonds alive that give you a reason to get up in the morning. Ignoring it doesn't just mean ignoring romance, it means ignoring a huge part of what makes aging well possible. Because when intimacy slips away, it's not just love that suffers. It's your emotional well-being. It's your confidence. It's your body's resilience. And that's exactly why this conversation matters. In this video, we're going to uncover the unspoken truths about oral intimacy, the things nobody told you, the things women especially must know, and the hidden insights that could protect your health, strengthen your relationships, and keep you feeling more alive than you thought possible. But I'll tell you right now, some of what you'll hear may surprise you. Some of it may even challenge what you've always believed. And that's okay. Growth only comes when we step into the conversations that make us uncomfortable. So, here's what I want you to do, if you believe these conversations matter. If you believe seniors deserve more than silence when it comes to intimacy, comment below with the word listening. Let's show the world that we are paying attention, and that our voices still count. And while you're here, make sure to subscribe to Elderly Wisdom Guide for more powerful health insights, because trust me, we are just getting started. And listen, what I share with you today might surprise you. Because when intimacy fades, it's not just romance that's at risk. It's independence. It's energy. It's your very sense of confidence in your own skin. That's why I always remind viewers, don't wait until it's too late. Check the link in the description for the 29 days to reclaim your confidence challenge. Seniors everywhere are using it to face these hidden issues head-on, before it's too late. Let's begin with the first unspoken truth: intimacy is not just about romance, it's a health indicator. Think of Jane, 72 years old. She noticed her husband slowly pulling away, no more lingering kisses, no more quiet closeness before bed. At first, she thought maybe he had lost interest. Maybe age had simply taken away the spark. And in her heart, that hurt. But the truth was far simpler, and far more important. His gums were sore. He was embarrassed about his mouth. And oral health issues had quietly stolen his confidence. You see, oral intimacy is directly tied to oral health. It's not just about passion. It's about what's happening inside your body. When the mouth is dry, when gums are inflamed, when teeth begin to shift or are missing, many seniors instinctively avoid closeness. They don't want to feel pain, and they don't want their partner to notice what's wrong. But here's the thing, those same oral issues often signal something much deeper. Dry mouth can point to dehydration or side effects from common medications. Gum disease can be linked to diabetes or even heart problems. Tooth loss isn't just cosmetic, it can signal bone changes and nutritional struggles. The sad part is, many people misread this. When a partner pulls away, they assume it means disinterest, or worse, rejection. But more often than not, it's silent discomfort. It's the fear of being judged. It's the fear of being seen as less than whole. And that misunderstanding creates a wall that doesn't need to exist. The good news? There are ways to break that silence. Regular dental checkups aren't just about keeping a smile white, they're about keeping intimacy alive. Staying hydrated, managing dry mouth with simple solutions, and openly talking about what's happening can bring back confidence where shame once lived. Sometimes, it's as small as saying, "I'm uncomfortable, but I want to be close to you. Let's work through this together." That single sentence can heal more than any treatment alone. So when you notice intimacy fading, don't just assume it's age or lack of interest. Ask the deeper question, could this be a sign of health? Because sometimes, your body speaks through silence long before the doctors ever notice. But intimacy isn't only physical. It carries a deep emotional weight, and that brings us to the second unspoken truth: emotional bonding through intimacy doesn't expire. Imagine a couple in their late 70s. Every night, before they drift off to sleep, they reach for each other's hands. No big gestures, no fireworks. Just a quiet reminder, I'm here, and you're not alone. For them, intimacy isn't about performance, it isn't about proving anything. It's about feeling needed. It's about being cherished. And in that simple touch, they find the same warmth, the same reassurance, that carried them through decades of life together. Science tells us why this matters. During intimacy, the body releases oxytocin, the bonding hormone. It lowers stress. It soothes the nervous system. It quiets the mind. And perhaps most importantly, it reduces loneliness. And loneliness, at our age, is no small matter. In fact, it's one of the most dangerous silent killers among seniors. Loneliness can weigh down the heart more heavily than almost any disease. It can raise blood pressure, weaken the immune system, and slowly chip away at the will to live. But intimacy, even small gestures like a kiss on the cheek or a gentle touch on the arm, is a natural antidote. And yet, there's a misconception out there. Too many people believe intimacy is reserved for the young. They think passion, closeness, desire, all of it ends once the gray hairs appear. But the truth is the opposite. As we age, connection becomes more vital, not less. Because it's not about physical perfection anymore, it's about being seen, about being valued, about being reminded that you still matter. That's why open communication is so important. Talk to your partner, not about what you can't do, but about what still feels good. Emotionally and physically. Remove the pressure. Intimacy doesn't have to follow a script. It can be as simple as sharing touch, laughter, or whispered words of affection. Sometimes, it's not the grand acts that bring life into the room, it's the little ones, repeated every day, that tell your heart, you're still loved. But while intimacy connects the heart, it also affects women's bodies in surprising ways. Take Linda, 68 years old. For years, she quietly ignored the dryness and discomfort she felt during intimacy. She thought, well, this must just be part of getting older. Maybe it's something I just have to live with. But that silence, that resignation, cost her more than she realized. The discomfort grew worse, and before long it led to recurring infections that could have been prevented if she had only known what was happening inside her body. Here's the truth, oral intimacy doesn't just involve emotions, it involves health. For women especially, changes after menopause bring new challenges. As estrogen levels drop, the delicate tissues in the vaginal and urinary areas become thinner, drier, and more prone to irritation. That means intimacy, especially oral intimacy, can sometimes introduce bacteria or cause irritation that leads to urinary tract infections or persistent discomfort. It's not a topic many talk about openly, but it is real. And ignoring it only allows it to quietly steal comfort and confidence away. Now, the biggest misconception here is that pain, dryness, or discomfort is simply the price of aging. That once you reach a certain stage in life, it's just something you're meant to endure. But that's simply not true. Solutions exist. Relief is possible. And joy, closeness, even pleasure, they don't have an expiration date. Simple steps make a world of difference. Water-based moisturizers and lubricants can ease dryness and restore comfort. Talking openly with your doctor about hormonal changes can unlock options you may not even know exist, from gentle therapies to lifestyle shifts that protect your health. And practicing safe intimacy, with a little extra care and hygiene, can help reduce risks that so often get overlooked. The point is, silence doesn't protect you. Pretending it's just part of aging only makes things harder. But awareness, openness, and small adjustments can protect not only your body, but also your confidence in sharing closeness with someone you love. Of course, intimacy isn't only physical or medical, it's about confidence too. I remember hearing the words of a gentleman in his early 70s who admitted something heartbreaking. He said, "I don't reach for my wife anymore. I just feel too old to be desirable." To him, wrinkles, a softer body, a slower pace, they all felt like reasons to step back from closeness. But here's the twist. When his wife was asked how she felt, she confessed she still longed for that closeness. She didn't see him as unattractive, she saw him as the man she had loved for decades. The only thing missing was his confidence. That's the fourth unspoken truth. Confidence in how you see yourself shapes your willingness to stay intimate. Seniors often underestimate how much their partners still desire them. What you see as flaws, the wrinkles, the gray hair, the sagging skin, are often invisible to the person who has shared a lifetime with you. They don't see those as barriers. They see the smile, the laugh, the hand that has held theirs through joy and through struggle. But there's a dangerous misconception out there, that aging erases attraction. That physical changes automatically mean the end of romance. That couldn't be further from the truth. What really erases intimacy isn't the body changing, it's believing that the changes make you unworthy of love. So, what can you do? Start with the little things. Focus less on performance, and more on connection. Hold hands on the couch. Laugh together. Share old stories that make your heart swell. Touch doesn't always have to lead anywhere, sometimes the touch itself is the destination. Those small gestures rebuild closeness, moment by moment, without pressure. Because intimacy is so much more than what happens behind closed doors, it's about reminding each other, every single day, I still see you. I still want you. I still love you. And here's where I want to pause for just a moment. Because what we're talking about here, this quiet loss of confidence, this pulling back from closeness, is exactly how small changes creep in. They steal connection. They chip away at independence. They even weaken the way you carry yourself in daily life. And if it goes unchecked, it doesn't just hurt your relationship, it hurts your health. That's why I created the 29 Days to Reclaim Your Confidence Challenge. In just 10 minutes a day, you can begin restoring energy, improving balance, and yes, even rebuilding that lost sense of confidence in your body and in your intimacy. Don't wait until loneliness or health problems push you into silence. Click the link in the description and begin today. And perhaps the most overlooked truth of all is this: intimacy doesn't just touch the heart in the moment, it can actually extend your life. I once spoke with a recent widow, a woman in her late 70s. She told me, with tears in her eyes, it wasn't the meals I missed. It wasn't the routines. What I missed most was the little intimate gestures, the closeness that made me feel alive. To her, those simple moments of touch and tenderness were what gave her life its rhythm. When they were gone, everything felt quieter, emptier, even shorter somehow. And science agrees with her. Studies now show that seniors who maintain intimacy, even something as simple as regular touch, holding hands, cuddling, or sharing closeness, actually have lower risks of depression. Their hearts stay stronger. Their bodies recover more quickly after illness or surgery. Their minds stay sharper. It's not fantasy, it's chemistry. Intimacy reduces stress hormones, it strengthens the immune system, and it protects cardiovascular health in ways no pill can fully replace. But here's the misconception so many still believe, that intimacy is a luxury in old age. Something nice if you have it, but not necessary. In reality, nothing could be further from the truth. Intimacy, especially in the later years, is not extra, it's protective medicine. It's one of the most natural, human forms of therapy we still have. The body craves it, the heart needs it, and the soul thrives on it. So don't dismiss intimacy. Don't relegate it to the past. Treat it the same way you would treat walking, eating well, or getting enough sleep. Because just as you nourish your body with good food, and strengthen your muscles with movement, intimacy nourishes your spirit, and that nourishment shows up in your health in ways you might never expect. And that brings us to the emotional heart of today's message. Watching intimacy fade can feel like watching a part of life quietly disappear. For many couples, the silence that replaces closeness is one of the hardest parts of aging. It isn't only about touch, or routine, or even romance. It's about identity, about knowing you are still seen, still valued, still desired. And when that slips away, it can feel like a piece of your soul has gone missing. But here's the truth, understanding what really drives these changes gives you power. It gives you the ability to protect not only your health, but also the love and dignity that make aging meaningful. Intimacy doesn't end just because the body changes. Instead, it asks to be redefined. Shaped into something that fits the wisdom, resilience, and tenderness of your later years. Instead of looking at this stage as loss, look at it as renewal. A new chapter. A chance to discover intimacy in ways that honor your body, respect your years together, and embrace what truly matters: closeness, laughter, warmth, and the quiet reassurance of being wanted. Every wrinkle, every gray hair, every scar tells a story of survival, of a life lived. Intimacy in this season isn't about hiding those marks, it's about celebrating them. So, if you've noticed silence, distance, or even discomfort in this part of your life, don't brush it aside. Don't wait for it to fade further. Start the conversation today. Yes, it might feel awkward. Yes, the words may not come easily. But that one conversation could be life-giving, even life-saving. Because when intimacy disappears, loneliness and decline often take its place, but when intimacy remains, health and joy have room to grow. And remember this, you don't have to walk this road alone. You don't need to feel powerless. That's why I created the 29 Days to Reclaim Your Confidence Challenge. It's gentle, it's simple, and it's designed for seniors just like you. 10 minutes a day, small steps that restore not only your health and strength, but also your confidence in your body, your energy, and yes, even your closeness with the one you love. Hope is not behind you. It is right in front of you. And with the right care, intimacy in your later years can be richer, deeper, and more meaningful than ever before. To recap, today we uncovered 5 powerful, yet often unspoken, truths about intimacy in our later years. First, we learned that intimacy isn't just about connection, it's a vital signal of health. Second, we discovered that emotional bonding through closeness never expires, no matter your age. Third, we revealed that women's health deserves special attention, because small issues, if ignored, can grow into bigger risks. Fourth, we uncovered how confidence and body image deeply affect intimacy, often more than physical limitations themselves. And finally, we saw how intimacy, in all its forms, isn't just a comfort, but a force that can extend life, protect the heart, and preserve dignity. Now I want to hear from you. Which of these truths spoke most to you today? Was it the reminder that confidence can be rebuilt? Was it the story of how simple touch lowers stress and keeps loneliness away? Or maybe it was the reality that intimacy truly supports health in ways we rarely discuss. Share your thoughts in the comments, not just for me, but for others who might be searching for hope and guidance. Your words may be the very thing another person needs to hear. And if this video opened your eyes, I invite you to stay with us on this journey. Give the video a like and subscribe to Elderly Wisdom Guide, and join a community where aging is not about decline, but about strength, dignity, and renewal. Each day we share insights to help you stay healthy, stay confident, and keep the spark of life alive, body, mind, and heart. But before you go, let me leave you with this: please don't just click away and forget what you've heard. Every week you wait is another week your body loses energy, strength, and confidence that could have been rebuilt. The silence and hesitation we often live with only deepen the gap. That's why I created the 29 Days to Reclaim Your Confidence Challenge. It's not overwhelming. It's not complicated. Just 10 minutes a day to begin restoring not only your balance and vitality, but also the self-assurance that makes closeness and connection natural again. Go now to the description, click the link, and start today. Because every small step you take now means one less struggle tomorrow. And one more day of confidence, health, and connection. Thank you for spending this time with me. Remember, you are never too old to be desired, never too late to feel close again, and never beyond the reach of renewal. Stay strong, stay open-hearted, and I'll see you in the next video.